Welcome back to OK Sydney. Today we're here with Mom again.
Hi everyone.
We're talking about school and life and high school and career path, basically.
College.
In college. Yeah, that's a part of it.
So Sydney, this is your freshman year.
Yeah, it is. It's hard. It's terrible. It's really like the worst year to move schools, move in a whole different district in the middle of a pandemic. This is terrible. It's like the worst combination ever.
Yeah. So what was the worst thing for you?
Everything.
Yeah. Do you like the school?
Sure.
Is that a sure? You don't know sure?
I don't really know. I can't really tell.
Yeah, I feel like I know you were very adamant about going to.
Well, no, I was adamant about going to Amherst until they said
they
no.
They don't accept any open enrollments at this time.
At that time, and I'm just really upset.
Right, but it's still a public school. You went to a private school for 6 years, so you're really.
That was not 6 years, was it?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
6th, 7th, 8th, 5 years.
That's
5 years?
4 years.
5 years.
Okay, whatever.
But anyway, you were adamant about getting out of the private school and into a public school.
Well, so were you guys. A little bit.
I think it was time. I think it was a good time. But we didn't want you in the largest high school because it was.
I really wish you
too
had.
big for you to kind of get acclimated and learning and new teachers, new students. So we wanted to put you in still a smaller environment, which I think the school you attend now is much smaller than the school that you would have attended. But nonetheless, we really wanted to talk about, your freshman year. It's the last quarter of the year, and also discuss has there been any stress factors yet?
Yes,
in regards
the
to
answer
college?
is literally yes.
Yeah, how so?
Picking honors classes, I wouldn't say it's a bad idea, but they just talk a lot about colleges. They really drill that, taking extra classes and all these college classes, and it just stresses you out a lot more than it needs to, I feel like.
Yeah. Do you think it's preparing you for your future?
No.
You don't? Well, it's kind of hard for you to see how it's preparing you when you're not there yet.
Exactly.
But I can guarantee you it's going to prepare you to be a better student in college. But again, preparation comes with, diligence and being able to be disciplined. If you don't have that discipline, you're not going to make the right things a priority all the time. You got to be able to schedule that time for studying and also be able to balance your school studies with your social life. And I think that's been one of the challenges for you this year. Would you agree or disagree?
Yeah, it is. Very much so. It's terrible. Everything is just so terrible in the middle of a pandemic.
Yeah.
It's so terrible. Nothing is good, literally. Nothing.
Well, you keep saying terrible. What
it
makes
is terrible. Everything about school this year was terrible.
Give me some examples.
The teachers are stressed out, so they take it out on us. And they complain about no one being motivated when they literally pile work and work. But we're not motivated, so why pile work and work when we're not motivated, obviously? And they can tell. It would be different if they didn't know. But they literally tell us how unmotivated we are. Every single day.
Okay. So where does the motivation start? Because things are starting to open up as far as sports. Kids are playing sports again. Obviously, you're still wearing masks in school. You're only going 4 days a week.
Yeah, some people only go 2.
There's some students that are still doing online only. So what do you think are the big differences between how you've adjusted to classes in the past versus during this pandemic? Is it longer classes?
Yeah, and you get all your classes every day rather than like get like less of the full experience this year and having to still test on it. Like state testing, the teacher even talked to us about how like unfair if they held that against us, especially for the online kids, because it's gonna be hard. Because for freshman year, you only have to test for, I think, science, like bio or whatever science you're taking, and math for your freshman year.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, it's gonna be hard to learn any type of math over online. Like that's gonna be terrible.
It's kind of hard to get that personal, hands-on.
And it's hard for us because we only get 2 days a week of math, and you can't really learn everything you need to know for testing in 2 days. And he even said that, and there's a whole another chapter that they're testing us on that we haven't even got to yet.
You mean as far as in state testing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That we haven't even got to learn because of the way that they're doing it this year.
Well, state testing is really for the teachers to evaluate to see how much they've taught you, how much you guys have grasped, and what they need to work on in the future to make sure that you're understanding those things that the state requires.
Yeah, because some kids are in there, they're like, I was told if I don't pass this, then I don't pass the grade. And then some teachers are just like, no.
I don't think that's true.
But some teachers really do say that.
I think they're just scaring you guys a little bit.
But like, why? Why do that?
Maybe to keep you focused?
No.
Maybe some students are just too laid back.
This testing was so weird. It is nothing that we've done before. It doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel like how it is. Even though I know it's not. It just did not feel right.
Yeah, it's just because you're in high school now.
No, it's not even that.
What
It was just different. Like we only get 90 minutes this year. I feel like we've got a lot longer than 90 minutes.
In the past?
Yes. And I talked to my friends after testing, and they're like, I completely failed that. I was like, I agree. I did not understand a thing on that.
Well, I don't think you should beat yourself up over state testing.
But literally, those teachers make it seem like it's like the SAT, and it's about to be the end of the world if you do not pass.
Yeah. It's definitely not the SAT or the ACTs, which you'll be taking here
next
in another year or so. But what do you think about your future? Do you ever think about what you want to do when you go to college?
Sometimes, but not often.
Yeah. So what are your thoughts when you do think about it?
I just know I usually just say what I don't want to do and then just take it from there.
Okay, so maybe I need to rephrase my question. What ideas, and I'm not asking you to make a decision as to what you want to be when you go to school, grow up, whatever, but what are some things that you enjoy doing that you might see yourself diving into when you go into college, just to kind of see what it's like, whether it's business, entrepreneurship.
I really do not want to do that.
Biology major.
I want to do I want to get
computers.
I want to do like an art school.
Mm-hmm.
Like everyone's like, oh, that's so like basic, but it's like not, because the arts is just always like arts, just like the category itself, not necessarily like.
Oh, you mean like dance,
like fit, like actual art, digital arts, all that.
Okay.
I've just always been like an arts person.
Okay, so you need something
it just makes sense.
Yeah, something that you can kind of show who you really are.
It just makes sense to me because that's just really all I do.
Yeah, but it doesn't say you can't do those things in addition to.
I'm just saying that's like my main thing that I.
Career. But let's be honest, Sydney.
Oh my God.
You have a very expensive and exquisite taste. So I will have to remind you of that whenever career you choose.
I know, but this is my top.
That you have to realize that these are the things that you like. What kind of career path can I take to ensure that I'm going to live this lifestyle that I want to live comfortably?
Like sometimes on the weekends, or I don't have to do, I watch like ABT, American Ballet Theater, like those. They're like schools day in the life videos, and that just seems like something I want to do, like get into like a dance school, like as like a second thing.
So you think you'll be able to have a career in dance where you can actually
those girls are up at like 5 a.m. to like 8 p.m.
Okay, again, we're talking about your taste in shoes,
that is
clothing.
My taste.
No, I'm talking. You're not listening to what I'm saying. You have an expensive taste of things you like.
Yeah, I know.
When you have a career, you want to pick something where you can work and afford those things.
I can't afford a ballet school and an art school. I will when I get my life right. I can't afford that stuff.
No, you're not. You're still not getting what I'm saying. When you go out and get a job and you have a career, you have a degree in dance or arts or whatever, where are you going to work where you can actually get paid enough?
Somewhere that is going to get me and then I'll quit and then I'll get into my career.
Oh my gosh.
I'll be a doctor for a couple years then quit.
You can do, what I'm saying is you can do fun things on the side in addition to working.
No, but though dance, first of all, dance and arts, those top two things, the stuff that I've been focused on when I know what I want to do. Like, when people ask me, like, what I'm interested in, those top two things, those are things that I've been doing in my life. So it's not like something I'm just going to start when I'm older.
No, I understand that. But my point is that everyone enjoys things that they do when they're younger. Mm-hmm. You know, you might have something you're going to stick on,
This is something I know I'm going to stick with it.
It's also, you also have to look at a career that's actually going to pay you so that you can have a salary so you can afford a home.
Those girls can for sure afford a home. Most of them, they grew up like working in some restaurants or something like that. Like not like a fast food restaurant. Like they started off at like restaurants and then they did something else and they said something else and then they ended up doing that.
Doing dance?
In the dance school. They did like
school. That they're going to school, or that's their career as a dancer.
You know what I'm talking about when I say dance schools, like Juilliard and all that.
Right, they're students. I'm talking about when you graduate from college.
That they are graduated from college. That's not when it's a dancing school. Does not necessarily mean like.
Oh, you mean they're their teachers?
No, a dancing school is like, you know those girls who do the Nutcracker. What do you think they are?
So they're paid dancers.
Yes, the ABT is paid dancers.
Maybe we need to look up how much they're.
Misty Copeland.
Well, she's the head dancer. Well, we need to look up.
No, but is she in a dancing school? She's already been graduated. She's still in a dancing school.
I understand that, but what I'm asking you, how much do they get paid?
I don't know, but those performances, they get paid big money for them performances.
But what if you only do 2 performances a year?
They don't. The ABT does a lot more than 2 performances.
Oh, you're going to have to be in college a lot longer.
I said does. They do a lot more than 2 performances a year.
Okay, so we'll have to do our homework on that.
ABT, Juilliard.
Yeah, we'll have to look into that. But anyway, let's keep going. Let's, what will be your next job?
Dermatologist.
So that's a doctor.
Yeah, but I don't know.
And that is dermatology is study of skin, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But
what else?
I really want to avoid the doctor category or medical anything.
Right. Why? You're so great at doing the biology class and the.
But I'm not.
Dissecting.
That is a whole lot different. I could barely do that, dissecting the worm. I could barely do it, Mom.
What do you mean you could barely do it?
That was disgusting. Imagine
you mean that because of the smell?
No, it just smelled like chemical. But like, imagine like an actual body. No, absolutely not.
I don't know if you have to do that for a dermatologist or not.
No, I'm talking about medical. Period.
I know, but I'm just wondering if you still have to do that.
Oh my.
Okay. So do you feel like the teachers are stressing you guys out already regarding trying to pick a career?
Yep.
Already? Like what? Give me some examples. What do they say?
That whole hour-long presentation about get these credits, get that credits. Oh, when your senior year, you need to get all these tassels and all of this. You need to be as much blinged out as possible by your senior year.
Blinged out meaning CCP what?
On your...
Like being in honors classes and awards and honor rolls and things like that.
I'm talking about the tasks, like the stuff you wear around your graduation robe.
Right, which is like for honor students.
National Honor Society.
All of the different groups, sports, and all of those things. Gotcha.
But the one thing I just don't like about that school is that they treat people who are in like a whole bunch of sports or in the National Honor Society. It's clear favoritism.
I don't think it's favoritism. I think
Yes,
it's
it
more
is.
so
Those teachers treat
they're
them
acknowledging
a whole lot
them.
different. No, those teachers treat them a whole lot different during class
How?
than they treat like a regular, not national, not because they really they do. It's pretty clear. If you sit in there and if you were a student, you would see it. You could tell without even knowing them who's in it and who's not.
Okay. So, do you think that those students like the extra attention?
They would know without it. They wouldn't know what to do without it.
Yeah. Because it's been so normal for them that they don't even think about it.
Mm-hmm. They really do grill us on that.
Okay. So, what about being a teacher? Do you think you'd be interested
No.
in that?
When I was in like kindergarten, I was like, oh yeah, I want to be a teacher. Like, no, I'm not. No.
No.
Absolutely never.
What about you said digital arts though.
That's
right?
a part of if I just went to art school.
Yeah. So you like digital art stuff.
I just like arts, period.
Right. You like making those videos and
Editing,
and you're good at that. So
Yeah.
I think whatever you decide to do, whether it's a dancer, editor, teacher, doctor, that you'll be great at it, Sydney.
Thank you, Mom.
You're so welcome. So what are some other challenges that you face as being a freshman, and you feel like, you know, you're still learning the school, the students, and it really hasn't been a fully
It's not even like being a freshman. It's different. It's more outside of school too. Cause I feel like without like the freshmen last year, they got to like have homecoming, and I didn't even get to have like a freshman home. Cause everyone's like having homecoming as a freshman is like a lot different. It's like a lot. I don't know.
So you've missed out on some things due to the pandemic.
I was really excited for homecoming too, because I heard we were gonna have it, but we sat on the grass and watched a movie and called it homecoming.
Well, the good thing is you still have several more years before you graduate, and some of those kids missed out on a lot last year that graduated their senior year and didn't have a prom or homecoming or any other trips that they had planned. So you're really blessed to be able to have the future to look forward to in regards to high school. So you have marching band that you're going to be starting back up this summer, and then for the fall you'll be going to Disney, which is finally open back up. So that's exciting.
Gonna be like the most exciting month of my life.
Yeah, like we said, we want you to have a awesome experience in high school.
So far it's been absolutely garbage.
I don't think it's been all garbage.
It is garbage.
You've gone several.
I've met all these people, and now I'm down to like a
places. You've met lots of new friends.
Yeah.
You have been on marching band since the summer prior to you starting your freshman year.
Yeah.
So you met friends during that. So I wouldn't say everything is bad, but
just about
but your mom and dad are all about you making sure that education is a priority and making sure you take your studies seriously.
I know I'm taking it pretty serious, in my opinion.
Yeah, but that comes before having fun. And although you don't like some of the things like piano, that's going to help you out in the long run. It's going to look nice on your college application, all your volunteering you do, and your entrepreneur jobs, Go Fresh brand, and just working in the public eye and the community. It's all those things are great. So
I agree.
So what are some other things that you take away from your freshman year, though it hasn't been the greatest because of the pandemic?
If an 8th grader came up to me and asked me for advice, I would not even know what to tell them. Because I do not know what COVID's going to be like next year or anything like that.
Yeah, well, hopefully it won't be as bad as it has been with the vaccines now that are in place, and
hopefully the numbers will start to drop and there won't be any, cases that will make an impact where you guys can't go back to school on a full-time basis next fall.
I hope we don't have to go on Wednesdays again.
I think that'll eventually change. I think it's been
that's a good little system though.
I don't think it's been a great system for the teachers. I think they've had to squeeze a lot of things in and kind of go at a faster pace than normal to try to get it in the best way they can.
Yeah, every class feels like an honors class at the rate we're going.
Yeah, so it's been a challenge for both you and your students and the teachers. So
they're like, you guys, I know you guys are struggling, but we're struggling too. Like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, they're all struggling. Parents are struggling. Students are struggling. Teachers are struggling. We're all struggling together, but we're getting there.
I can't tell.
I can see the light. Can you see the light at the end of the tunnel?
I'm ready for summer break, and we have 6 more weeks of school.
6 more weeks of school. Let's make it count.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Is there anything else you want to bring up, Sydney, before we end the podcast for today?
We have been off schedule. I will see you guys. No. Yes, we have been off schedule. My apologies. Please don't stop listening. We need you. Appreciate it so much. See you guys next week.
See you next week.
Post.
Okay, Sydney.
Stop. Okay, can you press that red button, please? No. Right there. Just click it. No, just click the keyboard.